Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hello, hola, hello, bonjour. Welcome. 10 people waiting tonight before I come on live. That's a record. That's a first. So what can I say? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So welcome everybody to RJH's live stream on Friday, the 30th of July, 2021, where we will be talking about the most common Module 2 faults, motorcycle Module 2 rider faults. Okay, so if you're thinking of getting your bike license, if you're in the process, CBT Module 1 up to Module 2, then stay tuned. You can learn a lot free of charge and you can interact and ask questions. So do not be shy, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so Friday, the 30th of July, 2021, RJH live stream talking about the most common Module 2 rider faults. That is for tonight. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a long one, but it's going to be a good one. And before we get into that, I suppose the traditional weekly congratulations are due. So congratulations to Team RJH. Again, very, very busy, and with the weather changing from what was last week, very, very warm, to this week where it's gone a lot colder, windier and wetter and grayer. So bit of a contrast, but well done to Team RJH across all three sites, introducing lots and lots of new riders into the exciting world of motorcycling. Also, a big congratulations to RJH trainees, whether that be taster sessions, CBTs, Module 1s and Module 2s. And we have got a lot. Yeah, we have got a lot. And, you know, well done. It's been a very tough week. Give a special couple of congratulations on Wednesday to young Jamie and young Jody. Both passed Module 1's first time with me on Wednesday afternoon. And a big congratulations to Jody's dad, who is actually one of RJH's CBT instructors who passed his DVSA two-day assessment, CBT assessment at the new training academy in Chadderton. So a big well done to Jody for passing her Module 1, and a big congratulations to her dad, John, who has become a DVSA CBT qualified instructor. So, and that is, you know, something to be very, very proud of. So yeah, busy week with tests, passes and so forth. Also, because of course we don't just introduce people learning how to ride motorbikes, we introduce people that want to be instructors. So we really do cover everything for everybody, RJH in the Northwest. Also, thank you to everybody up and down the country that have been messaging, telling me that the videos and the live streams have been helping them. So it really is good to know that we are helping people up and down the country. Really is very nice to know. So that's all of that out of the way. I will still be running the competition. Remember, I have a CBT worth £199 that I want to give away, and I will give away once we achieve 100 people watching at the same time. I think the record we had was 60, I think. So not far off. We will get it at some point. So that CBT is going to be open to somebody to win, £199 CBT. When we get 100 people watching at the same time, I'm going to throw in a question and and we're looking for the correct answer. First correct answer will win. Okay, so how do we get to 100? What we need is for you all to contribute, to ask questions, to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and it will spread the word. That's how the YouTube algorithms work. Okay. So, so tonight's video, tonight's live stream, I do want lots of questions coming my way. We'll help you out as much as we can. And I suppose what I want to highlight is that I'm going to go through what has been my experience of teaching people, introducing people for the last 19 years. So I will answer your questions given my experiences. But of course, what you get on your test with your examiner, that's between you and him. Okay, so I can give you my take through my experiences, but ultimately the decisions are made between you and your instructors and your examiners. So take from my live streams what you want and wiggle it all around, massage it, and take from it what you feel you can put into your riding. And you can then let me know how you get on. How does that sound? So that's where we're up to. As I say, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a very good one tonight. And I'll be asking during the evening many times, please like the video, like the live stream. We've got 22 people watching at the moment, only 13 likes. Does that mean that we've got 9 people that don't like the video? So if you're watching the video, ladies and gents, please do press that like button. It really does help the algorithms, and it just helps me decide to keep coming back and giving you more free videos, more of my time. Okay, so please do hit that like button. So who have we got in the chat tonight? We've got Mr. Dave Smith. Good evening, Dave. Miss Lisa Simpson. Good evening, Lisa. Redfish, good evening. Module 2 on the 3rd of August. So thank you for this tonight. You are more than welcome. Get asking any questions as we go along, Redfish. Wayne, evening. Gutted and missed Tuesday's live feed, Mod 1 Monday. Is that next Monday, Wayne, or is it Monday? Wayne, you're with us there now, aren't you? Watched it back, but not the same. Yes, so, get that subscription on, get the reminders on. It'll remind you when the videos come up. Paul Sugman, good evening all. You will pick up some tips tonight, and you can get some questions in. Get as many questions in as you want. Ballbag, I eventually passed my Mod 1. Fantastic news, and glad to see that the videos have been helping you. Amjad from Birmingham. Good evening, Amjad. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for weekly live streams, Amjad. Weekly live streams. Redfish. Chris, what's up with Wakefield? Find me a place. I am looking. We're looking North Manchester and South Manchester. So you find us anything. If you have a look on the website, we just put a new post on again, looking for sites. I've got another. I'm looking at somewhere again next week, South Manchester. I looked at somewhere last week, didn't really fit the bill, but I am going to be looking at another venue in South Manchester next week, so watch this space. Hubert, that's another new name, I think. So Hubert, welcome to the live stream. Please do like the live stream and subscribe to the channel. We have live streams every week, sometimes 2 live streams a week, sometimes 3 live streams a week. But we certainly have a regular weekly live stream. So please do join in. Let it help you go through the process. Andy Seath, that's good of my CBT. Yes, you can. The theory is part of the process. You need it before you take your module 1 and module 2. So get your CBT completed and passed before your CBT or after. Doesn't really matter. Steve Garrett, good evening, Stephen, who is training with us, I believe. Amjad, have definitely subscribed. Good man. That's what we do. Like. All done. Hubert. Do feel great. Amjad. Is RJH in Birmingham? We are not. No, I'm afraid. Ballbag. Low pass rate at Wakey. Yes, certain areas will have different pass rates than others. I don't really take too much interest in all that, but we use 8 different test centres, and we generally don't train for test routes. We've trained, roads are a road, isn't it? So as long as your sort of road craft and your basics are there, it shouldn't really matter. Yeah, so that's good. Got 24 people watching. Thank you very much. 18 likes of the live stream. Great. Quite a lot of interaction already in the first 10 minutes. So very pleased with that. So what are we on to? I've in the description below, suppose I'll go through that first. But in the description of this live stream, you will see that I've linked lots of our previous videos. Matt Shadows, good evening, Matt, who's just been in touch earlier on this evening from over in Yorkshire, interested in coming over to Manchester, and certainly given Charlie your details, Matt. He will be in touch after 1 p.m. tomorrow as requested, and he'll just talk you through what we can offer, see if you can come up with anything, and look forward to getting you onto 2 wheels. And so what is K8? There's another new name, K8. So K8, if you're new onto the live stream, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help. Module 1 is the 15-minute test on the training facility around cones. Module 2 is your 40-minute road test. So module 1 and module 2, that's a difference. And they're all the same, whether it's an A1, A2, or category A direct access. Module 1 and module 2 are the same. Right, so back to the description below. If you look down into the description, you can see I've linked lots of different videos in an order, a relatively straightforward order. So hopefully you can make sense of it. So your module 2 rider faults, you can get 10 rider faults and pass your module 2. 11 rider faults would result in a fail. So 10 minor faults you can pass, 11 minor faults you will fail. Of course, 1 serious or 1 dangerous you will fail. So that's a sort of overview of faults and how many you can get and so on. In the description below, first couple of links I've put are the show me tell me questions, so we've got a video on that, and the Pillion passenger questions. We've got some links onto that. So you arrive at the test center at the time of your test. Very important that for your module 2 you have your CBT, you have your theory, You have your Module 1 certificate and you have your license. Those are the documentation that you're generally going to need, unless you're on a progressive access, where there are times when you don't need a theory or CBT if you held it for 2 years, but you need all the documentation relevant for that test. Yeah, you need to be wearing all the right gear and everything. Again, if you're not, then you won't get, you won't be taken. So, you know, trainers and plimsolls and things like that won't go down very well. Ankle protection, sturdy footwear. So invest in the right gear. Remember, the first impressions count, don't they? And if you look the part, it's going to be, you know, it's not going to do you any harm, is it? So document check what you're wearing, sign the declaration. Examiner kits you out with his radio and then explains what he wants you to do on the test. What along the lines of follow the road straight on, unless traffic signs tell you otherwise. If he wants you to pull over, he'll ask you to do so. And if he wants you to turn left and right, he'll ask you to do so in plenty of time. And he also will say, ride for yourself. Ride for yourself. So very important that you get out there and get on with it. Ride for yourself. Okay. So first thing then you're going to do is an eyesight check. You need to read your number plate, or read a number plate from 20.5 meters. So make sure that you can do that. And then it's over to the bike show me, tell me questions and Pillion passenger questions. Check out the links I've put below. You can get a fault if you don't answer those satisfactorily. Okay. I've also got a link there as to what to wear on your motorbike test. So there's a few really, really good videos in the description below. Check them out. Let me know what you think. You have my 100% attention now. I've had my dinner, but I'm on a night call out tonight, so may disappear if a job comes in. Okay, Dave, not a problem. Yeah, sounds easy. Ball bag, yeah, everything is easy if you put the time into it. Evening all, shame about the weather. Yes, the weather has been appalling. I was out of the house this morning at about 5:30 and it was absolutely lashing it down, and I mean lashing it down. But there's no such thing as bad weather. It's a bad gear. Okay, so get yourself some decent kit and you will feel a lot better. There's no such thing as bad weather. There's but bad gear. Okay, it's bad gear. Doctor, evening all, shame about the weather. Doctor, I really enjoyed mod 2. It was just like going for a nice ride out with a human sat nav behind me. I didn't have to do the independent ride, which was nice. Yeah, it is. Treat the examiner as a sat nav. The next video I've got a link down below is first 5 minutes and last 5 minutes of your test. So, and it's not uncommon for the examiner to pull you over within the first 5 minutes. And if he does, a lot of people get a bit worried that they've done something wrong, which you haven't. Don't worry. So, you know, if he asks you to pull over, don't worry. You have done nothing wrong. Just relax. He's just looking for you to pull over safely and move off safely. And it's not uncommon for him to move you off. Ask you to pull over half a dozen times. I've had people come back on the test and the examiner has asked them to pull over half a dozen times. So do not worry. He's not trying to catch you out. Okay, so first 5 minutes, last 5 minutes as well. I've got a video there, the first 5 minutes and last 5 minutes, because that's where a lot of people can go wrong. The last 5 minutes, people just switch off. So coming back to the test center, just come around the corner from the test center and do something daft because they've just switched off. The concentration levels have dropped. So what I'd say is stay focused. So only 40 minutes. Make sure that you're well hydrated and make sure you got a lot of, you know, your brain food. So you've had something to eat. If it's a morning test, make sure you have a good breakfast. If it's an afternoon test, have something to eat dinner time. But keep yourself well hydrated. Wayne, can you be pulled over on double yellow lines? I see a video saying you can. Right, down in the description below, Wayne, I want you to check it out. There's so many useful videos there. And the next one is, there is a video there, moving off on your test. And there is a video, can I stop on double yellow lines on my test? And I do a demonstration of stopping on double yellows, can I, can't I? So check the descriptions below. And it will answer that question for you. What will happen if on mod 2 you're out and you get knocked off by a car driver? Well, I'm sure it happens. Well, your test would be terminated, that's for sure. And it depends on the outcome, if you've been injured or what the outcome is. But yeah, the test would be terminated if you were knocked off. I'm sure of that. But think positive, that's not going to happen on your test, is it? Yeah, it's not the latter, Dave. It's the first one. It's 0530 and it's not 1730. Good evening, Sylvia. Sylvia is on a roll. Sylvia is on a roll. Drum roll. Sylvia can do no wrong at the moment. Sylvia is getting everybody through their test. I need to rub shoulders with Sylvia because Sylvia has the touch at the moment. Sylvia is getting everybody through their motorbike tests. So if you want to pass your motorbike test, get to RJH Northwich and get to RJH Wigan, and Sylvia will get you through. Good evening, Darren S. Now, Darren, we've missed you, fella, the last few weeks. Where have you been? Have you been on holiday? We've missed Darren S. from Scotland up north. Yeah, you have been missed, Darren. 40 minutes seems like 20 went so quick. It will go quick. Your module 2 test will go quick. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Show them what you can do. Jackie, massive thanks to John and Scott for getting me through your CBT. Thanks, guys. Fantastic, Jackie. Welcome to the channel. And if you're new onto the channel, please like this live stream and subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Matt, we will get you through. We have a very, very good team. We have a very small team. There's about 10 or 11 of us instructing. And we are a close team with the same ambition of getting you through your tests. Okay, and introducing you. Got a little flingy flying around. I do apologize. Connor, Donny, bring on the mod 2. Thanks to Sylvia for getting me through the module 1. Well done, Connor. Nice of you to join the live stream. And like I say to all the newcomers onto this live stream, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really, really does help. So yeah, going back then, tonight's live stream, ladies and gentlemen, is all about common rider faults on your module 2. So do stay tuned, do stay asking questions. That's what we want. We want more interaction. That will help with the YouTube algorithms. So the more comments and the more questions. I've got Sylvia here. And, you know, any questions, you just fire them away. We will try. And here's Small Weller, a.k.a. So Small Weller, a.k.a. Scott Jones. Welcome to the live stream, Scott, who has had a personal mention from a young lady. Jackie, you got her through your CBT. And Scott is just really entering the exciting world of motorcycle instructing. So Scott's been with us a few weeks, enrolled on a training program, a workshop about a couple of months ago. Did very, very well indeed. And he is now living the dream and introducing lots of people into through the CBTs. Yeah, so welcome, Scott, to the live stream. Okay, so watch those links in the description below. Lots of useful ones there. And I'm going to sort of go through the riding test report, and what I can do is sort of refer the links in the description below also. So as we said then, on your riding test report, and you don't get a paper copy now, it's all done on they take your email address and they send it over an email. So you get your riding test report by an email. But what I want to start off with is that when you're doing your module 2, everything that you've done up to that, particularly on your module 1, keep that standard going. So don't drop that standard. So the standard of moving off, control position, how you use your brakes, how you ride slowly, the observations that you take, you need to maintain that more so because you're on the road. If you're on the road, that's what the module 1 is replicating. So let's start off with description number 13, which is your rear observation, because up to number 13 really is a lot of that is what you've done on your module 1. So number 13 is rear observations. So what are the most sort of common faults on rear observations? That's what I want to talk about. But what I would say is that in the description below, and I'm going to keep referring you to the description below, I have a video on there, which is rear observations explained in a demonstration. So I demonstrate on my Honda ST1300 Pan-European. I demonstrate mirrors and shoulders and where I'm doing and why I'm doing and so on. So take a look at that video. And you can always get back to me, comment away. That video is, I think, about 5 years old. But, when I get notification of whenever a comment comes on, so any questions, if you just need clarification from anything, just fire them away. I will get back to you. Let's just come back on to Sylvia. Yeah, so Connor on here. Yeah, well done. Good evening, Connor. Pixo Bixo. Now, there's a new name, Pixo Bixo. Think you're new onto the channel. Please like the live stream, Pixo, and subscribe to the channel. Very, very important. It does help us, and it will be much appreciated. You failed your mod 2 because you did a lifesaver at the wrong time when exiting a roundabout. What's the best point to do a lifesaver correctly when exiting a roundabout? Right. If you look in the description below, Pixo, of this live stream, I have 2 videos that I've done on how to use roundabouts and how to use mini roundabouts, because there's so many different variances on lifesavers on roundabouts, and it's explained in these videos. So take a look and then come back to me with questions. But any observation, the timing is crucial. Any observation, your timing is crucial. It needs to give you the opportunity that you've not committed. So it's always just before you carry out that maneuver, so you've got time to act on what you see. And of course, if you're going to the left and you look over your right shoulder, then it's pointless. So the area that you're looking into is also important. So I always say, don't go where your eyes haven't looked, and that helps people out. But the most common faults on observations is going to be the timing of them and the lacking of them, I suppose, and how long it takes you to do them. But check out those videos below. They really are very, very good. And the links are there. So number 13, which is your observations. Okay, so there's quite a few sort of common faults there then. Number 14 is signals. So what are the sort of common signals? What do we think the most common problem with the signal is? Anybody think about what the most common problem with the signal is? That's number 14 on your riding test report. Headed signals. So what's the most common? Wayne, yes, the most common fault, I would say, the most common rider fault with signals is leaving them on. That's which is, if the examiner has to tell you to turn it off, then you're going to have problems. Yeah, Darren, failure to signal or signaling at the wrong time. Yeah, so the timing of the signals can be a problem. So, leaving them on, not indicating at all, or putting the wrong indicator on, believe it or not, they can be faults, and the timing. So quite a bit there. Now, how can you prevent leaving it on? I have a fantastic, sorry to keep on about them, but I have a list of videos below. Check them out. I have a fantastic video below, which is headed top tips to ensure you cancel your indicators. So check that one out. Top tips to ensure you cancel your indicators. And I've come up with something that I introduced to my training from when I did my car instructing, because I was an ADI as well. And I came up with introducing what was taught in the car onto the bikes, and it works. So try it. Check out the video, top tips to ensure you cancel your indicators. Darren S, he's a man. Darren S is the man. Look at that. New road, check your mirrors. Yeah, new road command position, check your mirrors, cancel your indicators. Spot on. K8, is it a fail? Well, it can be. Yeah, it can be. That's between you and your examiner. Base all this feedback is my experience as an instructor, nearly 20 years teaching, presenting people for tests, and this is from my experience. What I would say to you is that I have had people that have left the indicators on, and the examiner has told them to turn off, and they've passed them. And then I've had people that leave the indicator on, they tell them to turn the indicator off, and they fail them. What decision is between you and the examiner? And it's a 40-minute assessment of your road riding. So what I would say is the answer, K8, is it a fail if you leave your signal on? It can be, or it couldn't be. That's my experience, and that's how I base this channel on. Aaron, have my module 2 on Friday, so it'll be good to pick up any tips here. My instructor says the main problem is my forward planning. Yeah, well, forward planning is KEY, key. Forward planning is key. If you forward plan, you give yourself time. Time is crucial. If you give yourself time, you can make the right decision. That is the thing. Forward planning is really, really important. Stealth, Andy, Stealth, seen the video, very helpful, mate. And some of your others from your CV2 Mod 1, fantastic, Andy. Glad you think so. Put a lot of time and effort into the videos over the last 5 years. We don't fancy them up. It's raw footage. I'm not an expert. It's me that does all the videos, or I do all the editing. I upload them on YouTube. The team, Graham does some filming, Sylvia does some filming. They give me the SD cards. It's me that uploads it all, and it's all self-taught. I'm not an editor, so I don't fancy it all up. It's raw footage. That's it, and that is what people like. Xenium Parkour, good evening. Are you a new watcher, Xenium? If so, please like the video, like live stream, and subscribe to the channel. We host. I do a live stream. I have done every week for the last 3 months, every Friday, and sometimes I do them on a Sunday and a Tuesday, maybe. So I've done every Friday, one a week. Sometimes there's 2 a week, sometimes there's 3 a week. But I'll always get an opportunity to set a reminder on, because I do the thumbnails, I get it all scheduled, and so it is definitely weekly, sometimes one, sometimes 2 or 3. But please do subscribe to the channel, really important. Getting a lot of new people on the channel tonight, chatting away. So that is really good to see. The more people that come on, the more I want to do the videos. Well done, Darren. Good. Yeah, ball bag. Pass one, fail one seems to be their standard. Well, yeah, a lot of people have this thing about, to be honest with you, ball bag, if you go there, go with a good attitude, go with a, friendly, respectful, go with a good attitude and ride safely. And it's more than possible. Ride for yourself, and you'll be fine. You think you failed your mod Pixobix? So I think I failed mod 2 because my examiner was quite grumpy that day, and he might made it up because I'm sure I did my life save correctly. Yeah, I mean, we're all human, but in my experience, yes, some examiners, different personalities, but all the bike examiners, they want bikers on the road. They're not there to make it difficult. They've got a job to do. But just get on with it. And listen, if you've had a problem, failed it, listen to the feedback from the examiner and take it forward. You get it next time. Good. So there's quite a few bits going on there. So where were we then? I phoned up my local training centre and he asked, have you ever rode before? I replied with not since I was a kid. He said he could put me in for an automatic moped CBT. Why? Does not have manuals. I want to do a manual CBT. Do I have to do an automatic if that's confusing? No, you don't have to do an automatic. You can do a manual, you can do an automatic. So if you want to book it in on a manual, you book it on a manual. Don't take no for an answer. I mean, some schools, I know a school that doesn't do CBTs on 50cc mopeds. He doesn't want any 16-year-olds. We all have our own business model. But if you want to do a CBT on a manual bike, then that should not be a problem. But what your school there does, I don't know. Most examiners are real bikers who I'm sure want you to pass. Yes, they are. Or most examiners are. They're all right. As I say, they are human, but they are all right. So keep those questions coming, everybody. Okay, keep those questions coming. So yeah, watch the live streams every week. And I did put a poll out because I'm, quite happy sitting down in front of the computer for, I'm not a natural. I think I'm getting a little bit more comfortable doing it, but I'm quite happy to sit behind the computer and talk about the subject that I'm passionate about. It's how I make a living out of it, and I'm passionate about it. But I'm happy to do 1 a week, 2 a week, 3 a week. But generally, the general was that I think mixed, whether do 3, it was 50-50. But I can easily do others. What I need is content. I need to know what people want to talk about. So that's what I need. And if it's anything to do with motorbike training, then that is something I can talk all night long about. Taster, such a fake voice. My taster had such a fake voice. I'd never heard anyone so fake in my life. He worried me. Oh dear. Well, listen. I mean, you can't judge him. You can't judge people by, can you? You just got to try and enjoy it. But the thing is, if you have a taster and you don't like them, you don't go there for your CBT. You go somewhere else. I always say to people, watch our YouTube channel. Check out our reviews. I mean, you know, we have all the prices on the website and everything. We don't hide anything. We're up front with everything. So it's all good. And we've been doing it for nearly 20 years. So, you know, we know what we're doing. And we're always looking to improve. That's the good thing. We're always looking to improve. Right, where are we? We're going to get back on track. And what's the highest CC bike you've ever owned? Honda ST1300. Beautiful bike. And I'd buy a new one if they stopped making it. And they stopped making it about 6 years ago. But an absolutely beauty. The last ST1300 did 5,000 miles in 8 countries. Went down to Spain on it through. And there's a playlist of my European travels on it, and I videoed it. My Honda ST1300 Pan-European called Isamu. Her name, they all have a name. Her name was Isamu. Grant Redmond, just found your channel and love it. I was wondering if there is a waiting list for theory tests. I'm from Scotland and can't get a theory test anywhere. Go on the website every day. Go on the website 6 times a day. Cancellations come up. So be prepared. Make sure you're ready for it. Get looking. You get a cancellation, get one quickly, Grant. First time onto the channel, please like the video, live stream. Subscribe to the channel, Grant, if you don't mind. We like subscribers, grow the channel, more watchers, more contributors, and we will be putting more videos on. Got a couple of lads up in Scotland. Darren S is from Scotland. He's maybe not far from you. My stream crashed back now. Did it? Don't know. Seems to be okay this end. Hi, mate. Ginger Dead Man. Hi, mate. I'm going to be 30 next month and I've been on a 125 since last year. I'm looking to get a full license, but not sure how to go about it. What is the fastest way to go to full license? Well, you're not going to want a full beginner's course, that's for sure. If you've been riding a 125 for 12 months, you probably want to go. Our most popular course is an intermediate, where you need to get in touch with your local school. Ginger Dead Man. I mean, what we do is assessments. So 50 quid, come down for an hour, get on a big bike. We'll have a look at you, and then we can recommend what course to get. So that might be an option. Try that. Whereabouts are you, Ginger Dead Man? Like this live stream, mate. Subscribe to the channel. Let's see you on here again. Live streams every week. Well done, Grant. Thank you very much. I'm freezing a lot. Anybody else getting me freezing? Got a good signal here. If I get a puncture flat tire on test, is there any, or will the test be, yeah, it'll be terminated, David. David Fairley, is that another new watcher tonight? If it is, then please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, and let's see you back on again next week. But yes, if you get a puncture on your test, it would be, think it'd be fair to say it would be terminated. Look at all these lads from Scotland. Darren S, all clear here. Yeah, Dave, you might be having issues, mate, but mine is, yeah, signal's good here. No issues, Paul. Looking good, my end. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've got good signal, Dave. Might need to check yours, fella. Press the live icon. It should help the freezing. Yeah, all good here. Right, let's go back then to the next. I'm just going to open up a window. So let me just disappear 1 minute. Try that. It's getting a little bit stuffy in here. Yeah, let's just go back to, I've done, what's that, 13, 14. Just go back to number 12, controllers. Said you need to really keep on with what you're doing on your module 1. Don't drop the standard. Number 11, moving away. So moving away, module 1, mirrors, shoulders, control position, isn't it? Moving away on your module 2, I've actually got a video. So check the description down below, moving off on your tests and what you need to be looking for, where you need to be looking to stop, where you need to be, how you need to be looking moving off. But it's making sure you're doing it safely, taking out effective observations, and not interfering with any other road user. I suppose from my experience, one of the biggest faults that come out on moving off, surprisingly, is somebody moves off from the side of the road and car comes along, they have to slow down. Angle start behind the car, they move off around the car and the car's coming towards them, they have to slow down. So if you are moving off on your mod 2, don't worry, don't panic. And people get knickers in a twist and think they've done something wrong and rush everything. Don't rush. Have a good look up and down the road. If there's something coming, wait. Don't go. Wait until it's clear, then go. So give yourself time to make these decisions, yeah? And all the hard work you've done, then you go and do that on a moving off exercise, and then you're going to fail. So give it a little bit of thought. So signals. Number 15, then let's move on to clearance to obstructions. What's the sort of common faults with clearance to obstructions? So say parked cars, cyclists, or anything like that. So what is the common sort of rider faults for clearing obstructions? Yeah, DAS. You to do the DAS course, Matt, you need a CBT. We do a combo course, so we do a CBT DAS combo where you get the CBT for £100. We normally charge £199, but with a combo course, your CBT works at £100. So if you buy it as a package, it can be cheaper. But your CBT, you need a valid CBT to conduct your direct access training. Yes, Aaron, too close to parked cars. Yeah, going too close. Observations, yeah, is a good one. Not taking out observations before changing that position, but yeah, passing too close. Well done. That's good. So you've got all that covered. You need to park vehicles and other obstructions, safe clearance when passing. Watch out for changing situations as pedestrians walking out between parked cars, doors open and vehicles trying to move. Be prepared to slow down or stop if needed. Yeah. So the thing is, I suppose, is it gets a little bit busier. If it's a lot more, then slow it down, don't you? If it opens up a little bit, you get going. But slowing it all down. Give yourself time. Time. You need time. Number 16 then. Oh, this is a good one. Response to signs and signals. What are the common faults with that subject? Response to signs and signals. I suppose missing them. Is the mod 2 here in Northern Ireland much different? Past your mod 1 last week. Thanks for your tip. Don't think so. I think it's probably much the same. Sylvia might be able to answer that because she's from Ireland. Yeah, space between you and the car. You need a meter, the minimum of a meter. Yeah, so let's think then. Responsive signs, you must show that you can read correctly all traffic signs, road markings, traffic lights, pedestrian crossings, obey signals given by police officers, traffic warden, highways agency officers, and school crossing patrol. You need to watch out for signals given by other road users and ride only when you are satisfied it is safe. So missing signs. So you pass your theory test, so you should know what the signs mean. And you just got to observe them. And I think one of the biggest problems with one of the biggest faults and under that subject is not acting on what you see. So it's not seeing the sign, not acting. speed signs. If you go and you miss a speed sign, then you're cooked, aren't you? So yeah. Well, road marking, yeah, so a one-way road. And to be honest with you, the examiners, a lot of time, they help with this. I've had it where an examiner has said to a pupil, at the end of the one-way road, I want you to turn right. And, so if you can't get that right, but one-way road, if you're turning right at the end on a one-way road, you go right over to the right, which is almost on, and people still think it's two-way road, and they go to the left of the middle. Don't cross the line and stop in the cycle lane at lights. No, don't. So road markings. So you're picking out road markings. Bus lanes, I suppose that's another one, isn't it? Not going in them, or going in them when you shouldn't go in them. Responding to signs and signals, going through an amber light when it go into red. Missing your speed signs. What else? Responding to signs and signals. Yeah, there's a lot. It's highway code, isn't it? Roadcraft highway code. Ball bag. You hope you fail mod 2. You think it will make you a better rider in the long run. Well, that's a different way of looking at it. You want to try and pass it. If you pass it, you're ready to pass it. But yeah, the more of them you do, if you fail it, you do it again. That's more experience, isn't it? It's more instructional experience. Could make you a poorer one too. Yes, absolutely. It isn't cheap, is it? Yeah. If you put the time in, a bit of training, put your time in, combine these videos with your instructors, then, why shouldn't you pass? Yeah, why shouldn't you pass? And yeah, at the moment, there is a waiting list. That is a common across the country. There is a waiting list. The motorcycle training industry at the moment is, busier. Well, we're experiencing the busiest time in our 20-year history. Yeah. So, and I think that's a common. I think you'll find you fly through ball bag after all the tips on here, you'll be spot on. Fantastic. And it's not just this live stream. I think there's, how many is there now? About 30 live streams in this playlist. Go back. We covered CBT, module 1, module 2. We've done workshops on all sorts of things. So, play them back. Each live stream video has a descriptions of videos that are relevant to that live stream in the description below. Check them out. Keep coming back with questions. Keep coming back with questions. Good. That is a good question, Wayne. Why is it so busy? I think we are busy because year on we get busier and busier because we grow in business. We're looking to expand. More schools, more instructors, more bikes. If you come 2 years ago, we might have had about 18 bikes. Now, 2 years later, we've got 40 bikes. In another 2 years, I want a couple more schools. I want 70 bikes. So each year we're getting busier and busier. But yes, since lockdown 3, we haven't stopped. So there is that backlog. But also, I think the environment, people are wanting 2 wheels. They want a safer, health-wise, of commuting, getting about. And I think people have generally got money in their pockets because they've been furloughed for 12 months. It's always something they want to do, so they go and do it. And also, I think there's this view that with what's gone on in the last 18 months, then if I don't do it now, I might not ever do it. So there's many, many reasons why I think we're very, very busy, and long may it continue. I certainly am very excited about the next 5 to 10 years with the 2-wheel industry, and I'm very excited about how the transition from petrol to electric is going to go, and I am very positive about the motorcycle industry. because that's my business. So yeah, second, a lot of people doesn't think the prices of used bikes have also gone up is because the new bikes, they can't get hold of them, getting new bikes, because it's not, the COVID isn't just this country, it's the whole world. So it's the knock-on effect. A lot of people don't want to ride in the bus or public transport. Yeah, that's a good point. I have a question, bike related, but not related to CBT model. Can I ask? Absolutely, Lucas. Lucas, that's another new name, I believe. Please like the live stream and subscribe to the channel. We have weekly live streams every week. David Fairley, is that a new name? If so, David, please like the live stream, subscribe to the channel, come back again. Every week there is a live stream, and there's fantastic amount of videos on the channel which will aid you. Go for it, Lucas. Come on, Lucas. We're all waiting for your question. Yep, there won't be any petrol motorcycles on showrooms by 2035. So yeah, and that isn't far away. That is not far away. So it's exciting times. Yep, enjoy it while you can. Let's carry on then. A lot of comments on there. Thank you very much. There's a lot of comments coming through, which is really good to see. Keep it up. And we're what? Nearly an hour in. That's not bad, is it? We're nearly an hour in. And I think I've had 4 or 5, I've had 7 people subscribe. That's 7 people have subscribed whilst watching this live stream tonight. That's 7 subscribers tonight alone on this live stream. So thank you very much. That means that with all the algorithms in the comments, and I've been really pushing it the last, every time I know I mention it, but it does have this snowball effect, which is fantastic. Lisa off to watch Love Island. Enjoy. Not my type of thing. It will be weird to ride electric without any gears, but yeah, there'll be electric geared bikes, don't you worry. Fantastic, Nath. Nath is another new name tonight. Nath, I'm glad the video's helped. If you're not subscribed to the channel, mate, like the live stream, subscribe to the channel, join us every week for the live streams. Every week I do a live stream. Awesome, guys. Cheers. So I'm doing my CBT at 16 and getting a 125 at 17. When I go and look over the 125 that I'm buying, if I do buy it, will I buy it? I will be riding it home. You can't ride a 125 at 16, but you can at 17. How will I do the insurance for it, as I have literally just bought it? Could I get a 1-day insurance, or need to speak to your insurance cover? You need to speak to your insurance, but don't ride it if you're not 17. Make sure you're 17 before you ride it and you have a valid CBT. Fantastic, Matt. So you're nearly there. You just need your license and mate to get on it. Yes, Lisa, there he's saying it's scandalous. She's going. The scandalous leaving the live stream and going to watch Love Island. What's that all about? You got Love Island right here. Here I am. What's going on? Yeah, the noise is a big concern for the electric, the lack of noise. Thank you very much, Nath. That really is good. We've got, what do we got? I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 subscribers from the live stream tonight, which is amazing. Bennett's Insurance is good. Yeah, hi Matt. This is the best bike channel on the entire YouTube. Trust me, I genuinely learn more from the vids I watch here than from my instructor. On paper, yeah, I don't know. I think I might be. I think I'm way past all that. Way past all that stuff now. My days have gone of all that lot. Right then, let's get back to it. Where were we? Response to signs and signals is number 16. So I suppose the first thing you need to do is make sure you see the signs, see the road mark, and see that information, and then act accordingly. And the faults are going to be various, whatever it might be. 17, use of speed. So what's the sort of common faults on use of speed? What are the common faults for use of speed? You should have made safe and reasonable progress, keeping in mind the road, traffic and weather conditions, road signs and speed limits. You needed to show confidence based on sound judgment, remembering at all times that you must be able to stop within a distance you can see road to be clear. Yeah, which is important. Be able to stop in the distance you can see to be clear. So over to you. What is the most common fault on use of speed? Well, look at all this. Wayne, too fast, too slow. Yep. Too slow, fast, inappropriately. Yep. Speeding. Yep. 25 and a 30. Yeah, it was not going to go unnoticed, I don't think, is it? Or, 25 and a 20 over speed. It's speeding in a 30-20 zone. From what I've seen and hours of the videos I've watched, RJH professionals for sure. Thank you very much, Matt. Too fast on corners. Yeah. Use of speed, braking on corners. Most common problem with the speed is miss a speed sign and guessing speed. Absolutely. So if you don't know what the speed of the road is, well, what can we say? If you don't know what the speed of that road is, what can we say? What can we say? What about number 18 then, following distances? So what do you think the common faults of following distances are? Following distances. You should have kept a safe distance between you and the vehicle in front. You should have been able to stop safely well within the distance you can see the road to be clear. Leave extra distance in wet or slippery conditions. Leave submitted. Yeah, following distances. Only a fool breaks a 2-second rule. School white lines on a few occasions being on one to cause too much throttle when you get onto the 650. Aaron, good evening. I've gone towards the white lines on a few occasions, on the bends or on the straight, too close. Yeah, only a full brace. So good conditions, 2 seconds. In the wet, 4 seconds. I think probably generally with the following distances, getting too close to cars at traffic lights and junctions. And also, yeah, not allowing the 2-second rule and the 4-second rule given the conditions. Yes, well done, Darren. 10 times in the snow. Very, very important. following distances, yeah. Too close. Too far. What about number 19 then? Maintaining progress. So well done. Yeah, following a lorry or anything bigger like a bus or a lorry, anything heavier goods, even a big transit van. Change your position slightly. It's number 3. If you can see him in his mirror, he can see you. Okay, and then you're able also to see further up the road. Dan, modeling fan. Oh no. How's that? Have a look at them. Oh, that's vegan. No, yeah, vegan. Not that one. Roadcraft, police roadcraft, motorbike ones. Dan, modeling fan. First time to the channel, Dan. If it's your first time to the channel, mate, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. We are slowly growing and we have live streams every week. So if you're just starting out on the journey of getting on 2 wheels, lots of valuable information on this channel. Okay, so please do like the live stream, subscribe to the channel. Yes, the thing is about going too far behind these heavy goods vehicles so you can see them in the mirror, then the vehicle behind you might get in front of you and, you know, in between you. So just change that position. You can still maintain that 2-second rule, but if you can see the driver in his mirror, he can see you, and that's generally sufficient. But, you know, be flexible. Be flexible. Maintaining progress. So faults on maintaining progress then. What do you think the biggest, the faults are? What do you think the faults are on maintaining progress? I think what I would say, the biggest thing with maintaining, yeah, not getting up to speed, but it comes under not riding for yourself. And if you're, you know, you've got the examiner following you and the examiner's following you, and then you're making your decisions based on the examiner, and what you need to be doing is getting on with it yourself. Yeah, not using a bus lane or maintaining progress, not using the dual carriageway and overtaking, this sort of thing. The examiners do like a nice safe ride, but a brisk ride to getting up to speeds, holding up people behind you. Yeah, and that would all come under that. So you need to show you can ride at realistic speed appropriate to the road and traffic conditions. You should have approached all hazard at a safe, controlled speed without being too cautious or affecting other road users. You should have always been ready to move away from junctions as soon as it's safe and correct to do so. Riding too slowly can create dangers for yourself and others. Okay, so very important. Matt Shadows on Chris's dash. That impatient driver ignored the 2-second rule right up behind him. I thought that was appalling. Yeah, you get that. Yeah, you get that. So, you know, be prepared. If somebody does come up right behind you, then increase your stopping distance to the vehicle in front, and then you're allowing for that. You're also taking into account the person behind's following distance. So if you get somebody right up your backside, allow a bit more stopping distance to take that into account. Honda Man 18, first time on the channel, or are you a revisitor? Honda Man 18, Honda Man 118, Honda Man 118. Is it your first time to the channel? If it is, please like the video, live stream, weekly live streams, and subscribe to the channel. Riding beyond your capability, you must have spatial awareness. You have to. Yeah, you don't want to ride outside of your capability because you're not going to be safe then. We all have that comfort zone, but it's you've been there a few times, Honda Man 118. Great to have you back. Very, very important to have spatial awareness. Would an examiner expect you to filter? Luckily, the roads here aren't congested. No, well, we don't teach filtering for a test, a Mod 2 test. Occasionally, we'll have a little go at it if it's busy. But I've only known on 2 occasions in 19 years where an examiner has encouraged the trainee on a test to filter, and he was on a bike. Obviously, if he was in a car, he wouldn't, but he was on a bike, and that's only 2 times in 19 years. So as a rule, I would say no, but never say never. Yeah, angry driver behind you. Yeah, you can tell. So be aware. Should you ride with a toothache? Well, if it's going to affect you, no. If it's going to affect you, need to be fairly on a bike. Concentration levels are on a different level, different scale. So if you're not feeling well, no, because you don't want that distraction, do you? You don't want that distraction. So I would say no. Watch out for Audi, man. Audi. We drive an Audi as well. But anyway, no. Generally speaking, yeah, I mean, you got, without sort of going into it, but Audi, BMWs can be a bit, VWs can be a little bit, but yeah, listen, everybody's, you've got to watch out. Ride for yourself. Don't let it all affect you. 6 weeks to see a dentist. Whew. 6 weeks to see a dentist. Blimey. Where's that at? We've got a good dentist this end. But yeah, 6 weeks, not good, is it? But no, if it's a bad toothache, do not ride. I wouldn't. So yeah, maintaining progress quite a bit there. Get a piece of string. You ever heard that one, ball bag? Piece of string, door handle, close the door, pull it out. How's that? Boom, done. Let's talk then about junctions, including roundabouts. So I have in the description below got live videos on how to use roundabouts, how to use mini roundabouts, and I have got how to approach T-junctions. So watch those videos. That will give you a good idea about turn left, turn right, minor to major, major to minor, mini roundabouts and big roundabouts. Some really good videos there. Just want to go back actually to number was it 16, response to signs and signals. Because I actually, in the description below, again, in the description below, I have a really good video on bus lanes, how to use bus lanes, and what faults you can get on that as well, because you can get faults on your bus lanes. So going back to response and signs and signals, check out that description below the video, which is how to use bus lanes. Going back then to number 20, junctions including roundabouts. Check the description below. OSM PSL, left and right turns, minor to major, major to minor, mini roundabouts and big roundabouts. Take a look. Matt Shadows, I've had the roundabout collision, left me paralysed. Blimey, not for permanent. No, you're backed. You've had the roundabout collision, left me paralysed. Not good. Yeah, not good. I checked twice, and a mini clubman sped straight across at twice the speed limit and took me into the air and lamppost. Ooh, that's not clever. But you're back. So probably a bit of confidence needs to be built up then. Yes, roundabouts, mini roundabouts that are painted are very slippy. Yeah, so be aware of them. Be aware of them. Don't want the paint work. Okay, but check those videos out. Judgment, overtaken. filtering, meeting, crossing. Overtaking, yeah. Would you overtake on your test? Yeah, absolutely. If it's safe, why not? Needs to be safe. Meeting traffic, crossing traffic. Don't interfere with anybody. Don't make anybody change speed or direction because of your actions. Meeting traffic, yeah. Obstructions on your side of the road, obstructions on the other side. The big thing with meeting traffic, I don't know whether we'll get a lot of feedback. So you're riding along the road and you've got the obstruction on the opposite side of the road. Traffic coming towards you, over the white line coming towards you, and you stay in position 2. Remember to be flexible. Come over to position 1 into a safer zone. Yeah, don't bully your way through staying in your command position. You've got people coming towards you over the white line. Be flexible. Yeah, well, listen, Matt, that's glad you're back to it, mate. Doesn't sound very pleasant, but I'm glad to also see that it hasn't put you off. So yeah, judgment, don't interfere. Whatever you're doing, don't interfere with any other road users. Don't make any road speeds, other road user change speed or direction. Filtering, yeah, you're not going to be doing that on your own accord. Maybe if the examiner, as I said, in 19, 20 years, we only had it happen twice. Crossing traffic, yeah, so making sure that you're not interfering with anybody. So make sure always your judgment is safe, okay? Positioning, normal riding, 2. So if you're riding in the wrong position. Lane discipline, yeah, get people hogging the right-hand lane. If you hog the right-hand lane unnecessarily, somebody undertakes you, going to be problems. Your normal lane that you want to be traveling in is the left-hand lane. Lane discipline, left-hand lane. Use the right lane for overtaking, making progress, but when it's safe to do so, get back into the left lane. Yeah, don't hog the right-hand lane. So positioning, pedestrian crossings. I've got a great video in the description below, which is how to approach a toucan crossing. And you can approach all crossings the same, really, or the same approach. Be aware of somebody waiting to cross, pressing the button. If it's a controlled, you know, press a button, light's going to change, so you can see this thing happening. So how you approach them with caution, and make sure you know what they are. Toucan, what is a toucan, who can use it? Puffin, how does a puffin work? Pelican, the uncontrolled zebra. Yep, exit in the right lane. If you approach the roundabout on the right-hand lane, yeah, you can do. But if you do that left lifesaver and there's nothing on your left, exit in the left-hand lane, not a problem. Because you want to be back into the left-hand lane. Your normal riding lane is the left-hand lane. But if you go over in the right-hand lane, you come off in the right-hand lane, you need to get back into the left-hand lane as soon as it's safe to do so. Ride defensively. Absolutely. Always ride defensively. Yep. So on a dual carriage, but don't sit in that right-hand lane if it's unnecessary, Aaron. Do not sit in that right-hand lane if it's unnecessary, because you will be encouraging people to undertake you. If you are in that right-hand lane, you need to be getting up to speed. But if the left-hand lane is clear, get back in it. Let's have another look now. Positioning, normal riding lane discipline, pedestrian crossings. Yeah, that's a good one. So treating them, normal stops. Again, in the description below, I have got a video on normal stops. Check it out. I mean, today I had a lad pulled over twice on a drop curb driveway, got 2 minor faults for that. So remember, at the examiner's discretion, if you get 3 minor faults of the same, you could get a serious. You know, if there's a pattern there, you could get a serious. Number 25, normal stops. Also in the description below, there's another video there about your double yellow lines. So check that out, double yellow lines. Okay. Can I park on double yellow lines? And it's all explained there, so check the videos out. Hondaman 118, thanks everyone. Some interesting topics being talked about. See you next time. Cheers, fella. Thanks for joining. Yep, see you next time. That's what it is. It just opens up that conversation. And all I'm giving you is my take on it, my advice, having been teaching for 19 years. But as I said at the beginning, you use what you listen to on the videos. You use it, take it back, use it with your instructors, and listen to your instructors, listen to your examiners. So listen to and take what you can from it. And that is a good thing. It opens up the conversation. 25 then, awareness and planning. As we said a little bit earlier, the further that you plan, the more time you've got to deal with it, and the more opportunity to make the safer decisions, and not a rushed sort of decision. And that's so important, that it isn't rushed. You don't want to rush any of it. Awareness and planning. What's the description on awareness and planning? Let's have a look. The examiner will have looked to see that you're aware of other road users at all times. So if you're riding around looking inside this bubble, try and look outside the bubble. Look outside the bubble. You always want to be looking at the furthest point of the road as you can, that vision limit point, which is changing all the time. And you're scanning back towards yourself. And then you're prioritizing what you can see and what's happening. You're riding defensively, but as well as then mirrors, knowing what's behind to the sides. So you're constantly aware of a 360, what's going on around you. Give yourself time. You should always think and plan ahead so you can judge what other road users are going to do. So always ask yourself, what if, what if, what if, what if? Predict how their actions will affect you and react in good time. So if you see somebody inching out, consider slowing down. Appropriate road and traffic condition, act at a good time rather than reacting late at the last moment. Take particular care to consider the actions of the more vulnerable groups of road users, such as pedestrians and cyclists and other motorcyclists and horse riders. So I've got a great video down below and I've got it headed. Because many years ago, I had a lad fail his module 2 because he came across a horse on the country roads and he didn't know what to do. And I said, what do you need? You didn't know what to do. And he said, well, I didn't know what to do. And I said, you didn't know what to do with the horse. And he failed his test. He didn't slow down, didn't change for, so just went bulldozing through. But I got a great video on how to approach and pass horses, which would come under awareness and planning. Well, of course, with horses, you need to get your speed right down, don't you? And you need to be on the other side of the road, ideally. Give them plenty of room. Horses, great video in the description below. There's so many videos in the description below that you can watch and learn from. That's number 25. Number 26 is bends. So what are the faults? What do you think the common faults would be on bends? What do you think the common faults that we see somebody on a test on bends? And there's a couple of really common faults. So let's give you 2 minutes to see if you come up with them. Braking during bends, yes, which is, oh, me likes. Thanks for your videos and advice. It's been a great help. Me likes, fantastic. Me likes. Are you first time on the channel, mate? If you're first time on the channel, please like the live stream and subscribe if you don't mind. I've had 9 people subscribe tonight on the back of this live stream. Quite happy with that. 9 people tonight have subscribed. That's got to be a good record, that. Crossing line, yes. Road positioning, going too wide, too fast, crossing the white line, speed on bends and braking in bends, drifting too wide on left-hand bend. My biggest was fixation thing. Yes, done. Thank you very much, me likes. Yeah, so bends, it's all about planning. We don't like to see brakes on a bend and changing gear on a bend. The examiners don't favour that. It's not recommended, is it? So get the speed on approach correct for the bend. The speed on approach is always relevant to what you can see, and you always want to be able to stop in the distance you can see to be clear. So what speed should I go on a bend? Well, A, it depends on what the speed limit of the road is, and B, it depends on your stopping distance. Be able to stop in the distance you can see. So get those 2 things at the forefront. Plan the approach. Get your speed correct, get your gear correct, ride through the bend. Right-hand bend, position 1. Left-hand bend, position 2. So right-hand bend, position 1, opens up your visibility, means that you're leaning your way away from the centre white line. You can see further. Position 2 on a left-hand bend, likewise away from that white line, safe zone, but no brakes, no gears on a bend. Don't want to be trail braking, Dave Fairley. There's a lot of that going around at the moment from America. That's good trail braking for supermotos, is it? And off-road and all that stuff. We don't teach that for the road. What we do see on the road, from the feedback that I can give you, if the brake lights are coming off, if the brake lights are coming on the bend, then we are going to be picking up faults. And we don't want faults, do we? We don't want faults. Right, so that's 90 to 85. That's 10 people. I've got 10 people subscribed on the back of this YouTube channel tonight. Fantastic. I'm very pleased with that. I got my front wheel stuck in a groove in the road. It was a bit scary. Yeah, the road conditions are appalling. What I'd say with road position, you have to be flexible. And, you know, if you've got potholes and things, then you're not going to be earning there. So be flexible. You got the examiners are, you know, they accept that you've got to be flexible given the road traffic conditions, the road surfaces. But generally, as a rule, those are the positionings that you want. Also, eco-safe riding. The examiners look at that eco. You know, if you're revving the nuts off the bike like a 2-stroke, you have problems. And if you're riding in the wrong gear, you always want to try and ride in the highest possible gear given the speed and terrain. And you know, do think of the environment, do think of your pocket. Ultimately, all the examiner wants to do is see that you're safe. So show the examiner you're safe. The examiner doesn't want to see you scared on the bike. The examiner knows you're a new rider, he knows that you're not experienced. So, you know, they got all that into account. But it, you know, the mindset is you need to go and show them that you're safe. And if you do go and show them that you're safe, then the job is done, and it's a good one. Yeah, I mean, a minor fault for stalling, and it can be serious. Just depends at the time. You know, you get a fault, it could be a minor, it could be a serious or dangerous. Depends on what effect it's having on others, you and others. So if you stall at a busy junction and there's traffic and you're holding it all up, you're probably going to come off worse off than if you stall it and there's nothing around you. So it just depends. Yeah, it just depends. So that's quite a lot there. That's pretty much gone through what my take is on a lot of the common rider faults. And then when you come back, remember your test is not finished until you're back and parked up. So you're still being observed even back in the car park. Mod 2, what do? You get your result at the end. If you pass, then he'll take your license off you. Generally, he'll order a new one for you. But if you need your license for any reason, traveling, don't let him have it. You'd have to then send it off. And I've got the details in the description below about what happens with my license when I pass. If you don't submit it, if you don't let the examiner have it, you've got 2 years to send it off. There's quite a lot of videos in there on the description. Let me just recap on them. It goes in order of show me, tell me questions, Pillion passenger questions, what to wear on your motorbike test, the first minutes and the last 5 minutes of your test, moving off on your test, can I stop on W lines on your test, how to be flexible with your road positioning. Right, so that would link into, which I didn't discuss with you, the road positioning. Which was number 22, positioning. So I've got a video there showing you how to be flexible with your road positioning. And I've got how to approach and pass horses, rear observations explained, top tips to ensure you cancel your indicators, how to approach T-Junctions, OSM PSL, how to use roundabouts, how to use mini roundabouts, how to approach a Toucan crossing, how to use bus lanes. So there's a good video there on bus lanes, what you need to do on your test, and also about your license. So there's quite a lot there. That's pretty much, I would say, about it. Ballbag, I watched too many YouTube vids. That was your downfall. You didn't watch ours then, did you? Time for me to go, Rob. Got work at 6 in the morning, so up at 5. Thank you for arranging a phone call with Charlie tomorrow. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend. You too, Matt. Thank you for joining the live stream. And Jack McCardle, there's another new name, Jack. You've joined in, Jack. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, please like the live stream and subscribe. If you don't mind, subscribe to the channel. It does help. Yes, Dave, photograph both sides of your license before you go to test check. You get all the categories once you send it back. We do hear all sorts of horror stories about people losing a category. Yeah, Peekaboo, don't you send it. Let the examiner send it. They're coming back in a few weeks if your examiner sends it. So, yeah, but there is a backlog. There's a whole world. There's a backlog, isn't there? The whole worldwide backlog. So, yeah, Jack McCardle, new name that. Got my license from. Where did you get your license from, Jack? Where did you get your license from? Right, so I think we're coming to a conclusion then, ladies and gents. I think we're pretty much there. Anybody watches back, any questions that come out? Yeah, you got it from the post office. Very good, Jack. Well done. Reason I asked about stalling is I had a module 1-2 last week. I was creeping up a slight hill in second gear and was moving a bit too slow. Stalled, didn't even get a minor. No, well, good. Yeah, you can. Just depends. My instructor told me to invest in safety gear, so I got the lot. The next time we went out, all he got was a shorts and a t-shirt. That's not good. I managed to start the bike and continue without stopping her in traffic. Great. Robbie, good evening, Robbie. Thanks for the tips as always. You are welcome. Anybody got any questions on the back of it? You just fire away. I will always get back to you. All right. I do put time away each day to respond to questions on the YouTube channel. I pass luckily still enjoy watching vids for advice and tips. Thank you very much, Harry. make sure that you like the live stream and you subscribe to the channel and set your reminders on, because I do schedule live streams for the next week. Set those reminders on and, you know, join in, because it's good for all of you also to help each other. You help me, you help each other, I help you. And, you know, it's that we all help each other out. Yeah. Gets that conversations going. Good on you, Wayne. You're with Graham again tomorrow, mate. I'm not in tomorrow. I'm not in at all tomorrow, actually. But Graham, as you know, will look after you. Not long to go now to get your full license. Pixo, I spend so much money on bad instructors and failed mod 2 that if I can take it back, it would be cheaper for me to travel to Manchester for a week and have done my DAS with Rob. Lesson learned. Well, yeah, listen, you live and learn. You know, if we can help you out from here, Pixo, then let's do. Fortune, Andy, good evening. You've missed a good live stream, Andy. Jack, what are we on then? So I need my CBT test on my A1 test. No, if you want, depends how old you are, Jack. If you're 17, mate, you need a CBT to ride a motorcycle. If you're 16, you need a CBT to ride a moped. If you want to go on and do your A1 test, you will need your CBT, you need your theory test, module 1 and module 2 tests. So have a check back on some of the live streams, the route to get your licenses. It's all on there. You've been asleep. You had a power nap, Andy. It gets when you get to your age, mate. You need a little power nap. Andy needs a power nap. Yeah, check back on the live streams, Jack. It'll explain if you're 17, mate, you need a CBT. So you got your license, you need a CBT. Get your CBT done, and then you can ride on the road without plates on the 125 if you're 17. Yep, so that's pretty much, ladies and gents, coming to an end. Picto, I'm on the same boat as you. I've been on the school of crooks too. There's a few of them out there. Harry Goozy. I would recommend doing A1 if you're 17. If you're older, I'd wait for A2. I save money on insurance doing A1, and of course, no L plates, passengers motor. Yeah, I've had a few that have done A1, A2, and then A. They've gone up through the ranks. So as soon as you're old enough, A1, get your A1 done. It's all experience, isn't it? It's all experience, and we always all learn as you get learning, always learning. Yeah, so upgrade, just your mod 1 and mod 2 upgrade, but you're a better rider for it. You're a better rider for it. And then when you're 20, when you've had that for 2 years, Harry, you can do your category A. That's all it is. It's building, but it makes you a much safer rider. Okay, right. So A1, yeah, you do learn a lot. It gives you the chance to learn safer because you've not got the power. Because when you're young, you've got the power, you use it. So it just gets you there a bit safer, a bit steadier. All right. Okay, then. So I think that's about it, ladies and gents. We've gone through all of that. My sort of take on Module 2 faults and what sort of things go on. It's been a pleasure as always. I will be scheduling I think I'm going to do another live stream for Tuesday. I'll pick out something for Tuesday and then next Friday as well. So if you anybody has any suggestions what they'd like on a live stream, then pop those down in the description. But this seems to tonight's been very successful. Very happy with the interaction. I'm very happy with the fact I've had 10 subscribers whilst on the live stream, which means that we're attracting a lot of new people. That means that the live stream video is being spread out on the platform, which is good. So people have been dipping in, liking what they see, and liking and subscribing. Okay, so I'm blabbering on now because I'm getting a bit tired. I need to go and have a drink and get ready for bed, which won't be long. So I will say thank you very much for joining. See you next week. Have a good weekend, everybody, and stay safe. Bye for now.